Jason Casper is the best guy ever. Big ups, Jason Casper! Jason Casper is the best guy ever. Big ups, Jason Casper!
All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Thursday. Is it Thursday? No, it's a Tuesday. God bless everybody in Jesus' name, even if you're not religious, may be blessed in many ways. As Bitcoin, up only, baby. We are pumping like a wild lady in distress, running through the wilderness with a laundry basket on her head, looking like Janet Yellen. What a strange way to describe the Bitcoin price. But today, guys, this is a serious video, because as you can see, the Bitcoin price right now is doing something spectacular. Yesterday, we had marked out a green box on our chart. This green box of delight, this green box of joy, saying this is our resistance. If the Bitcoin price can reclaim this and backtest it as support, well, then we're gonna go straight to Pump City, guys. And I feel it in my bones, we got a ticket to Pump City. Alright, we got a ticket to Pump City right now. We gotta give a major shout out to Tom Crown in the chat. Shout out to Tom Crown in the chat. God bless you, bro. Thank you so much for popping on in this early morning. We got to give a major shout out to Donald Pump. Extra like for Jay. Got to give a major shout out to Abhine Varma. Long with no stop loss as well. Shout out to Tin Can Poker. God is great. Shout out to Quaz. Ian on YouTube. Yeah, shout out to Ian on YouTube, man. Shout out to Ian on YouTube. Shout out to Trade Smart by Jules Smith 26. Shout out to Tina D. Shout out to Gustavo Munez. Shout out to Eddie. Usually that high of the leverage serves the purpose of taking your margin out of a winning trade, so have liquidity for the next one. Shout out to Robert Harold. Shout out to Getchy. Shout out to Mama. Next tread plan. My next tread plan? I'm planning to tread on this treadmill for quite some time. I'm planning to tread on the treadmill for quite some time here. ETH is going absolutely ballistic right now. ETH is going absolutely ballistic. Breaking out. Breaking news, guys. ETH. Will you take a look at Ethereum, guys? Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. This is nuts. All right, let's discuss ETH before we even get into Bitcoin. Because ETH is breaking resistance. ETH is about to get sucked up to $4,000. Now, look. Make sure to like the stream, because if we can get 1,000 likes in the first half hour, we will be giving away $1,000. All right, I'm going to give away $1,000. We got to give a major shout out also to the Casper crew, VIP Discord, long trade, bounce, level, given in advance. Long from the low, given in advance. Even if you've been following my YouTube channel, the idea of the reclaim of this support resistance flip with the vacuum suck up high, given in advance for free. Got to give a major shout out to the Casper crew VIP Discord, where you can see, not only did we get the long, but we also got the short from the exact top over here. Set up, given in advance, locked in a juicy $3,000 profit. All right, look at this. Even in a massive bull market, we make money shorting in the Casper crew at jasoncaspertrading.com, where we got 4 instructors giving you their live trade setups every single day, multiple times a day. All right, got to give a major shout out also to BLOFIN. 20% cash back everything you deposit. That's a legitimately good deal. Even if you don't have a lot of money, you get 20% extra. Got to give a major shout out to ANTARCTIC Exchange, the lowest fees in the world. 0% limit order, 0.15% market order on a decentralized exchange. Make sure to check it out for special VIP privileges exclusively with the Jason Casper link. Now, we're going to be getting into ETH, because as we know, ETH is primed for a big move, a massive move. Now, the most important level on this ETH chart here is our white line at $2,700. $2,700. Why is this such an important level? It is because that will take us back into the fair value zone of pretty much everything we've traded since the beginning of 2024. And once we are closing a weekly candle, in my opinion, above that level of 2,700, we're going to get vacuum sucked up to $4,000. Then we're going to break out of this trend line, and we're going to hit 5,500. 8,500. And right now, ETH is doing the unthinkable, which is during a Bitcoin bull run, during Bitcoin season, shall we say, ETH has come down into bear market prices. All right, we had an opportunity to buy ETH at the same price we could have bought it in the fall of 2022. Crazy. Now, when we look at the monthly oscillator here on ETH, okay, this should be making everybody very excited. We have a monthly green dot that will confirm in 20 days. Come on! 20 days green dot below the zero line, guys. This, I tell you, this is going to, all you people out there that say ETH is dead, all right, you guys are going to be eating your words, because I tell you, this green dot below the zero line on the monthly time frame market Cipher B is going to make ETH hit new all-time highs. We have not seen, during a bull run, a green dot on the monthly time frame below the zero line. All right, this is going to be insane. Now, I've been saying it for the past 2 weeks. ETH is contingent upon the Bitcoin price. And right now, the Bitcoin price is doing exactly what we want to see. Exactly what we want to see. What do we want to see? We're on the weekly time frame. As we know, the price of Bitcoin came down to a very key zone of support. All right, the danger zone, as we called it, where we either get a moonshot from here for our cycle all-time high, or we dump through and the bull market's over. We got ourselves a bounce with an extremely bullish signal, which was a hidden bullish divergence on the weekly time frame. All right, this signal was so bullish that your boy, Jason Casper, came out the dang closet, lips flapping, saying, hey, the last time we got this signal, we pumped 100%. And we were talking about the fact that we had a confirmed weekly bullish divergence, and we were expecting new all-time highs. This was on April 21st, 2025. All right, so a month and a half ago, we were aware of the pump. Now, not only, and this is how in the Casper crew, by the way, we've been in these long trades making tens of thousands of dollars, guys. All right, tens of thousands. Now, look, as we start to pump, not only do we see a very bullish weekly divergence, but even on our low time frames, like the 4-day, for example. Look at this 4-day time frame here. Oh man, I'm so excited about the 4-day time frame, but look, when we came to that low, we saw the bold, uneven butt cheek pattern, the bold and bodacious, big on the left, nice and juicy, skinny on the right side to round out the booty, uneven butt cheek pattern on the 4-day. This is one of the most bullish things you could possibly see in your life, all right? It's one of the most bullish things you could possibly see in your life. When I saw that, the day I saw that signal on Market Cipher B, I got so dang excited. And then I went outside to feed the chickens, and I saw a dang uneven butt cheek squirrel on the bird feeder trying to eat the... Look at that. Big on the left side, nice and juicy. Now, we start to get our pump, all right? And we pumped with no pullback. We burst through resistance at 88,000. We burst through resistance at 97,000. But then there was a little bit of a warning sign last week. As we know, the Bitcoin price came to the value area high, the range, and we closed the candles below that level. And we were looking at our weekly time frame, and we were saying there's a chance here that if we don't reclaim $107,000, that we could see a cycle top signal. A cycle top signal, which is this: as the price makes a higher high and fails to close the candle below the higher high, and the weekly time frame confirms a red dot, that means the top is in. And we were concerned. We were concerned that we were going to see the upside down Sam Bankman-Fried bearish man boob pattern. All right, as the price is getting higher, Sam Bankman-Fried, the money flow, the red pepperoni nipples, the hair, even the smile, getting lower over time. A very bearish pattern. All right, in fact, if we take the male mammoramus and we copy and paste it from this image to our chart and we stretch it out, we can see the resemblance is striking. We did not want to see that red dot print. Okay, and we recognized it was a battle. It was a battle. A battle between two time frames. A battle between the Sam Bankman-Fried bearish man boob pattern on the weekly time frame and the good old uneven butt cheek pattern on our daily time frame, because we knew that the daily time frame could potentially print a very juicy continuation signal, which is a trigger wave, another wave higher than the previous wave, as the money flow continues to get thicker after the big bullish divergence on the bottom. So what we wanted to see last week was this daily time frame print this green dot before the weekly time frame prints the red dot. And we have seen it, guys. We have seen it. Money flow getting thicker, yellow oscillator getting higher. It's looking good. It's looking so dang good. I'm telling you, man, it's looking great. All right? I mean, it was looking ambiguous last week. All right? Pretty ambiguous, like this picture of me in college when I graduated with my degree in trans, non-carbon, binary emission, gender, intersectionality studies. All right? It was looking a little sad, like this picture of me in the bathroom, depressed, anxious, Amish 12-year-old beard, Jason Yoder, sock on the head. All right? But now it's starting to look like this, baby. All right? Open mouth thumbnails, big, bold titles, clickbait, pictures of Sam Bankman-Fried not upside down. All right? We went from this to this to this to this to this. Spicier than a whole bowl of jalapeno peppers, baby. And now we're chilling on our tractor harvesting those Bitcoin gains, baby. And of course, we only ever curl in the squat rack. We never train legs, as the Bitcoin price is holding up. Okay, now I want to take a look at some of these other time frames here. All right, make sure to smash the likes. Make sure to smash the likes, baby. Look at this, guys. Look at our 5-day. Look at our 4-day. Look at our 2-day. All right, the 2-day has just confirmed a very bullish signal. Now look, if you guys know me at all, if you know Jason Casper at all, big or small, if you know him at all right, he's pretty tall. Jason Casper is 6'3", man, 207 pounds. Now look, it's rare that I come out super bullish or super bearish, but the fact that we've just confirmed a 2-day green dot on market Cipher B, with the RSIs close together, with the money flow crossing into the blue, this is akin to the signal that we got back here in October 2024. Okay. This is akin to the signal that we got back in October 2020. All right. It's akin. It's akin. It's akin. All right. You know what they do? You know how those good old Twitter images get you bullish on Bitcoin? I'm going to do it here. All right. I'm going to do it here. Guys, we're here. All right. We are here. W3E are here. W3E are here. All right. Breaking out of the range. Breaking out of the range. We had our range. We are about to break out. We have our range. We are about to break out. We are here. Okay? We are here. This is what I fully believe right now. Could I be wrong? Of course. This is what I fully believe right now. This is what I fully believe right now. We are here, man. You know? We are here. Because we have that 2-day money flow cross green dot. And I'll be honest with you guys as well. All right. I don't know if you guys remember this. But back here in February 2024, we also got an extremely bullish signal. We put on market Cipher B. We go to our 4-day. All right. The 4-day giving us that tight dot. We are seeing some high time frame major bullish patterns. After this divergence on the 4-day, this 2-day green dot, in my opinion, is looking juicy. And the weekly time frame, look at the weekly now. Look at the yellow VWAP. Look at the money flow. Look at the momentum wave. All right. Looks like we played a game of just kidding. Like that time I thought that 6 Juanita was going to go out with me. She pretended like she liked me at first. But then when I asked her out, she said, "Just kidding, Jay. I don't really like you not like that. I kind of like you like a brother or a friend." Ouch. And from that point onward, I was friend zoned by every female I ever met in my life. Till the point I became an incel, right? I became an incel and a MGTOW and all those cool guys with the beers and the pickup trucks. Who needs women anyway, right? Who needs women anyway? Seriously. Can't you just do everything with guys that you'd normally do with women? You know what I'm saying? Those women are just out there to break your heart, man. Take all your money. Make you work hard for a house. Then they run away with the kids. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's see here. We're here, baby. We are here. I'm feeling pretty bullish. Now, let's discuss what's happening here locally. Because, yes, I understand we have a little purple candle. Now, this is high time frame analysis. You want a low time frame analysis, pop into good old the jasontratham.com community and get literally scalp trade setups to long short this thing the whole way up, okay? But right now we are coming into a Fibonacci 886 level, all right? Let's go ahead and put on our 886. All right, what is the 886? It is a fib level that we're currently running into. If we tap into the 886 level, there's a small chance that we actually do come down, right? There's a small chance. I ain't gonna lie. There's a small chance, all right? But the bigger chance is actually that we just get a little bit of a pullback and then make a new all-time high. And all things considered here, the weekly, the 4-day, the 2-day, the 1-day, I expect the new all-time high to come. All right, I expect the new all-time high to come. I expect a blue sky breakout. I expect major follow-through. Why do I expect major follow-through here? It's because that is the pattern. And the trend is your friend until the end. The trend is your friend until the end. All right? Just ask any IFBB pro. The trend is your friend until the end. Now, every single time we form a little range here, all right, we get ourselves a big breakout, a big blue sky breakout. Look at this. Every single time. This is the trend. And the trend is our friend until the end. So I expect the same deal here. I expect a big blue sky breakout where we maintain on the bullish trend line bounce that we have seen. And my next target is going to be, well, I have a local target of like 117-ish, but really, I don't think there's any reason why we can't see close to $150,000 Bitcoin this year. All right? I don't see why we can't see that, because that is my next major Fibonacci target. And from right here where we're at, you know, that is going to be about 30%. That's not that much. That's a conservative target. $150,000 conservative Bitcoin target. Could we see more? Of course, anything's possible. But I like to remain a little conservative. That way I'm not disappointed when the dang liberal price action happens, you know? If I'm liberal and conservative happens, I'm disappointed. But if I'm conservative and liberal happens, I'm like, hey man, that's pretty cool. You know, I never seen it that way before. Now, shout out to Tom Crown. He says $150,000 Bitcoin. But what do you think, Tom Crown? Because that's my conservative target, bro. Shout out to Tom Crown. Make sure everybody go subscribe to Tom Crown. Go subscribe to Tom Crown. Now look, if Bitcoin does pump like this and start to form the new range up here, all right, or maybe we pump all the way up to 600, 700, 800,000. That is now going to be our ticket to a real altcoin season. All right, so I'm excited to see Bitcoin looking so bullish, because as I see Bitcoin looking so bullish, I'm now interpreting Ethereum through the lens of Bitcoin. When I see Bitcoin acting bullish, respecting the trend, which is your friend, and I see Ethereum about to confirm a dang green dot below the zero line, a market cipher B, I mean, I have to be extremely bullish on ETH. I have to be extremely bullish. This is crazy to think. that ETH came down so low. We've reclaimed a major resistance as support at 2,000. We're currently right now reclaiming major resistance as support. Let's go to our daily time frame here. Guys, this is very bullish looking, okay? Look at the daily time frame right now on ETH, guys. Look at the money flow. Look at the low wave, the low momentum here. This is coiling up, man. All right, it's rare that I am this bullish. All right, I'm not Tom Crown. Tom Crown can maintain bullish bias no matter what. All right, he was calling the bull market since the beginning, since day one. All right, Tom Crown called the bull market on the exact low of Bitcoin. All right, I'm not like Tom Crown. All right, I get bearish, but I am so dang bullish right now. This is crazy. I've honestly never seen anything like this. We have not seen anything like this before, and I'm not just saying that to be sensational. We have not seen an Ethereum chart look this bullish and bottomed out when Bitcoin is pumping like crazy. All right, this has not been done before. And so you can see this level here. We're consolidating below. Let's put a little line on the chart. We'll make it thick and white. Shout out to my wife. I like my trend lines the way I like my women. Thick and white, baby. Now look. If we hold above this level, man, we are going to get sucked up to the top of the range. Why do I say that? That's just the way technical analysis works. Remember how bullish I was on Bitcoin when Market Cipher B was so dang bullish, and we were confirming these super bullish waves. We were saying as soon as we come in above 88.5, we get sucked up to 105 and higher. We're seeing the same thing about to happen right now on ETH. All right, we have an opportunity right now on ETH, in my non-financial advice opinion, to see a major pump, potentially 50%, 100%, and then my final target up here, based on fib levels, is going to be a 220% move to the upside. All right, we can see that. Also, if ETH is pumping, we're going to see Solana pump. All right, Solana right now is reclaiming this major support resistance flip. All right. Now, again, I'm not saying this stuff is going to happen today or tomorrow. The order is Bitcoin needs to actually break out first. And then we have, in my opinion, we have full reason to interpret these altcoin charts as being extremely bullish. We're going to see Chainlink. Chainlink right now, guys, look at Chainlink. Chainlink is primed for a major move up to all-time highs. Why do I say this? Because let's just understand the context. We have seen a very bullish divergence down at the lows on Chainlink. All right, weekly bullish divergence, uneven butt cheek pattern, big and juicy on the left, skinny on the right. Then we've seen a change of market structure. Price making higher highs and higher lows. We come back down to back test the support resistance flip. We make a higher high. We come down to back test a key fib level down here, making another higher low. And we are currently right now about to print a trigger wave on the weekly time frame, money flow crossing into the blue. We're breaking out and back testing right now this trend line. Do you see how we're breaking out, back testing, and now confirming above this very key support? It's pretty crazy. All right, these sleeping giants are going to pump. These charts are looking crazy. Look at the weekly right now. Just look at weekly market Cipher B on Chainlink. This thing looks like she wants to print a green dot. We go to the 5-day. Green dot printing, man. VWAP, yellow oscillator looking good. Money flow looking thick. 2-day. Look at the 2-day time frame right now. Look at the beautiful money flow getting higher. The momentum getting higher. All right. Now, the reason why I'm so bullish and interpreting these charts so bullishly is because of how Bitcoin is looking. You got to understand. Because that next big pump for Bitcoin, you know, Q2, Q3 of the final year of the 4-year cycle, that, in my opinion, the final pump for Bitcoin before the bear market comes, and then we're all better be buying in summer, fall of 2026. But once that pumps, right, then these altcoin charts, they are primed. They are primed for big pumpage, man. We got to give a major shout out to Robert Harold. Can you analyze Bitcoin dominance? It looks like it's topping out. Yeah, we could take a look at Bitcoin dominance. It looks like it's starting. I would not be surprised if we get one last big pump. One last big pump on Bitcoin dominance before we see it drop. But it's starting to top out for sure. We are starting to see bearish divergences form here on the weekly. I would say once that money flow starts to come and diverge, that's really when we could see a Bitcoin dominance start to drop. Like back in 2020, once we finally start to see the momentum and the money flow getting lower, that's when we really got our big altcoins outperforming Bitcoin, right? That was right around when Bitcoin was, what, 40K? You know, Bitcoin had a little bit left, but the altcoins really took the show until April, May. So yeah, I'd say I wouldn't be surprised if we see another push up, which is right in line with the idea that Bitcoin is going to get that big break. And then we'll see money start to flow into alternative cryptocurrencies. Ethereum, Solana, Chainlink, Cardano. All right, Cardano's another one, man. Cardano, AVAX. Man, some of these coins are looking good, man. Look at this. I'm telling you, man, look at AVAX right now. Avalanche. We're about to see an inverted avalanche pattern play out here, in my opinion. This chart is so bullish. We have multiple drive of bullish divergence on the weekly at major support. It's looking good. We are bounced. We're currently in a very key fib zone between the 786 and 886. This, in my opinion, this is one of those opportunities. You know, this is not financial advice, but look at where we're at. We have the bear market resistance, then we have its support, then we lost it, now we're back inside, we're at support. All right, Bitcoin is primed for a pump, we're primed for an altcoin season, we have a double drive of bull div on the weekly. All right, these are potential gains of, to the all-time high, you know, 500%. It's looking pretty good in my opinion. Because ETH already started its big move. This is not. Cardano. Check out Cardano. Okay, Cardano, look. I think forming a cup and handle. Things looking really bullish. We got our bullish divergence at the low. We got our change of market structure. Back test the key fib levels. Another higher high. Forming a bull flag. Back testing the golden pocket, the value area high. If we break out of this bull flag here, we're looking at potential 600% gains. If we come up to a $6 Cardano, let's just say we're coming up to a $5, that's still 500%. That's a pretty crazy big move. All right, that's a pretty crazy big move in my opinion. And again, I'm interpreting this through Bitcoin. I mean, look at the money flow here. Look at the momentum here. This chart looks primed for a major big move, a major big break. So I know a lot of people say we're not going to see all season, we're not going to see it, we're not going to see it. All right, let's give it some time, man. Give it some time. I'm hoping for it. And I think it's looking good. I have to be honest. I think it's looking good. Bitcoin's complying. Bitcoin is complying right now with what we want to see. And as long as Bitcoin complies, those other charts are looking bullish, baby. They're looking bullish, baby. Bullish, baby. Baby. Are you the only one that feels like Link is undervalued? No. Chainlink is super undervalued, man. Shout out to Florida J. Shout out to Mining Quest. Shout out to Exotic Designs. It's meme coin season. Meme coins will pump as well. Shout out to Preparing for War. Shout out to the Pokey Pro. He says Bitcoin will go to 115K right now for sure before a minimum crash. Yeah, 115 to 117 is a fib extension level, depending on how you pull your fib from the wicks or the bodies. All right. All 10,000 altcoins will pump. I'm sure we'll see a lot of them do something. All right, but no, I don't know. I'm really only looking at the top 10s here. Maybe the top 50s. Bitcoin right now, Preparing for War says, is behaving like it did in 2021. Things are about to kick off. Tom Crown called the bull market January 2nd, 2023. Check the chart. He was spot on. Yeah, Tom Crown called the bull market from day one, all right? ETH reversed in April. Yeah, ETH, man, what a dump that was, honestly. One more freestyle for a pump. If you guys want a freestyle, you have to post in the chat, freestyle to this beat, and post a YouTube video title. Alright, then maybe I could do a freestyle. Shout out to Robert, he says the XRP Army. Shout out to Headshot GG. Do I think we're going to continue up once market opens, or are they going to sell on us? Well, who knows? Like, you know, I'm not here to do low time frame analysis. It could go either way. It could go either way. Low time frame analysis, check out jasoncaspertrading.com to get a New York Open live trading analysis with trade setups and all that stuff. All right. Join the community. Every single day, we're giving you our low time frame trade setups and stuff. Okay, but high time frame analysis is what I'm looking at now. I haven't really zoomed into the lower charts, and I'm very bullish on these higher time frames. I'm talking like from the monthly down to the daily. I am bullish. And that's one last thing I forgot to mention about the Bitcoin chart is the monthly. All right, let's come back to the monthly right now. Okay. This monthly chart is looking very good. It was looking not so great for a few seconds there. All right. But we are redeeming ourselves. We are redeeming ourselves here with this candle body right now. Currently, trying to... I think right now we are at that previous all-time high. It really looks like we want to bust through 109,880, right? And here's the thing. We know this confirmed green dot means there's a 90% chance that within June at some point we make a higher high than we did in May. Even if it results in a pullback, there's still a 90% chance that at least the June candle wicks. At least it wicks above this high that we made at 112,260, give or take, on Bybit. It was 112,055 on Bybit. So yeah, we're coming up, in my opinion, to like 116K. 116K. Alright, 90% chance based on this green dot that we pump. Alright. Spicy Noodle. Shout out to Spicy Noodle. Is 97K still possible now? Anything's still possible. Alright, anything is still possible. So, you know, let's... But here's the thing. How do I say? Guys, we can't be making predictions. We can only be planning for scenarios, right? This is our macro range here. Alright, this is our macro range. Right here. Okay? Anything's possible. Anything's possible. Even this is possible. Come back down into the range, support resistance flip, and then get another bounce for a really like nice big time frame rounded bottom, right? Of course it's possible. But here's what's most important. Alright, here's what's most important. If you're a trader, alright, if you are a trader like myself, what matters is not what is going to happen in the future. As a trader, your job is not to predict things. Your job is to look at a chart and say what could happen. You plan for various scenarios, right? That's the only way, in my opinion, you can be long-term successful as a trader. You have to come to the chart with an open mind, all right? And say, look, anything's possible. Where are the key levels on the chart? So right now, where are the key levels on the chart? Right now, as a high time frame trader, as doing some high time frame analysis, we just do some simple analysis and say, okay, we are objectively, yes, things look very bullish. Yes, we're hoping for a big blue sky breakout. But if we don't get that, then what? Well, then this is going to be major support. Then this is going to be major support. And then this is also going to be major support. Down here. Okay, so right now, as a swing trader, I don't care what happens because I'm long. We've been long. As a swing trader, I got long here because of the bullish move and the confirmations I saw. I'm still long. Okay? Now, if, let's say, we get a big dump, I can now look for another swing long from here. Or, if I don't see what I want to see there, I could look for a swing long from here. And I don't care what the price does because there's always the next trade to be prepared for. But yeah, it's possible. It's possible. This is just a sideways range. The highs being around 111, the lows being around 73. In a bearish scenario, which is what we were talking about last week, as we were seeing the Bitcoin price, you know, I said we could do this, right? Last week, we kind of saw the Bitcoin price do that. You know, back test, coming down. So we were super prepared for these low levels. We could see it happen again. All right. It's coming into the summer, right? Maybe we have a bearish summer like always. Maybe we have a fake out scenario like we did last summer. Looked really bullish. Thought we were going to break out, but then we just came down and then pumped in the fall. Could it happen? Yeah. Anything could happen. Guys, when I talk about levels on the chart, on these streams, they never stop being important. All right? They never stop being important. Anything is possible in trading. All right? Don't ever write off a key level because the price moves a certain direction. All right? Because sooner or later, that level might get hit. All right? Now, I highly recommend you guys check out the free trading course on my YouTube channel. All right, go check out the free course on my YouTube channel, 18-part series in playlists of how to trade. All right, this will give you basically the blueprint of how I trade and how I approach these charts. All right, how I trade and how I approach the charts. Yeah, how I approach the charts. What about the lawsuit against Tether? I haven't heard about it. I'm not worried about it. I haven't heard about it. What is my take profit strategy in altcoins? My take profit strategy is I have fixed prices where I have sell orders, just like for Bitcoin, all right? I have fixed prices where I am selling, all right? I sold Bitcoin at 60K, I sold Bitcoin at 80K, I sold Bitcoin at 100K. I will sell Bitcoin at 120K. I don't care how bullish the chart looks. I don't care anything. I'm selling at those prices. ETH, I'm selling, I'm going to front run 5,500. I'm going to front run 8,500. And all the other altcoins that I hold, I have fixed prices that I will sell at. All right, that's my take profit strategy. It's not overcomplicated. It's super easy and super not technical. All right, crazy, not super not technical. Yeah, Tether FUD is bullish in a bull market. It's bullish in a bear market too. FUD is always bullish. Yeah, I heard Tether. Yeah, Tether's banned in Europe, they say. And I think Canada too, right? I'm not sure. I did not sell Bitcoin at 110K. Nope, I did not. I did not. We want a pump song, but I don't know. It's not looking too pumpy. Let's check out order flow. Let's check out the order flow. Oh, we're seeing a little bit of bearish CBD here, guys. We're seeing some bearish divergences forming here. It's not a good time for a pump song. Alright, it's not a good time for a pump song. We're seeing a little bit of bearish CBD forming here. It's not a good time for a pump song. My thoughts on Solana? Bullish. Have I ever lost a trade? Are you kidding? Of course. I lose trades all the time. But here's the thing about my trading style. I don't hold losers like that. If I'm in a losing trade, it's done. It's done. It's done. I'm out, man. It's done and I'm out. It's done and I'm out. The last loss I took, I posted on my Twitter. Go follow me on Twitter. The last loss that I took, I posted on Twitter. All right, you're out. You're out that same day. You're out within a few hours. The winners, I mean, I've literally been in this long trade here. I've been since, well, tell me. Since April 9th, man. Since April 9th, I've been long on this position here. And I don't know if it's going to, for some reason, it won't even tell me this short trade. I don't know why. Okay, I guess because I opened the short trade more than a week ago. But the thing is, my winners, they stay open. So it's not like every day I'm opening up a new trade and like it's always a winner. It's just like, if it's a loser, you better get out of that trade, man. Why are you gonna nurse this losing trade? If you're wrong, you're wrong. Get out, look for the next trade. If you're right, you're right. Hold that dang thing, make your money. All right, it's my trading style. People act like every day I like open a trade and it just so happens. No. I've been swing trading, guys. I've been swing trading this price action here. I've taken like 5 trades in the last 6 weeks or so. If that, maybe even less. All right, I've just been swing trading. All right, if my trade idea is wrong, I'm out that same day. If it's right, I'm in that trade to the death, baby. I'm holding that thing, trying to make that money. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Steven. What's up, bro? Shout out to Nick Flip. You're going to hold Altcoin till it hits $1 million American dollars? That's good. That's like James Wynn style. Can I speak Italiano? Sì, signora. Sì, with the pizza paia. Buongiorno. Buongiorno. Grazie. The pizza pie and the gravy with the pasta and meatballs. Yeah, I speak a little Italian. What percent of my portfolio do I use in futures trading? I don't know. I don't even know anymore. I just keep my trading accounts pretty fixed these days. I don't use a percent of my portfolio. I just keep them funded with a certain amount. Which is actually quite a bit of USD, to be honest. Pizza Pele. The Pizza Pele. Is 115 a perfect level for a short? It could be. You know, it could be. Absolutely. It could absolutely be. Yeah, Clay, he says I speak the best Italian. I do speak the best Italian, alright? A bada bing, a bada boom. It's a me, a Mario. Bitcoin forming on the 15-minute. What's it forming, silly jelly? What's it forming on the 15? Looks like we're trying to get a little bit of a break. A little bit of a breakout here. Is that what we're forming? One hour super bullish on ETH. I mean, ETH is looking just so bullish in general right now. I don't know. It looks ambiguous to me, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't be getting long now. You know, we just like did a swing failure pattern of the high, potential bear div on the 1 hour. You know, it doesn't, I'd say it looks very bullish on the high time frames, but it looks pretty neutral on this, you know, on the 1 hour. That's just my own thing. But, let's check out the 4 hour. Yeah, it doesn't look ultra bullish on these medium time frames. It looks ambiguous. It could go either way. The daily is like, in my opinion, saying absolutely we're going to break out. But the lower time frames, there's room, especially when New York opens, for consolidation. It doesn't mean anything to me, the 1 hour right now. Could I make a channel about fitness, religion, and other topics? Nah, I can't do that, man. I mean, I don't have time, unfortunately. I actually do have a religion channel. Has one video. One video. It's called the Billy Casper Bible Channel. And I'll post it in the chat. It has one video, very poor quality from an iPhone. Very poor quality video from an iPhone. Alright? It's the only video I got. Alright? Poor quality from an iPhone. But it takes a lot of time to do that. Crypto Face is long on ETH. He's long at 2,700. I guess he's going for the fact that we reclaimed 2,700 and we're going straight to 4,000. All right. How about fitness advice? I really have nothing to say about it besides, you know, train hard and eat healthy. Like that. At the end of the day, if you want to be fit, train hard and eat healthy. And sleep. Sleep well, train hard, eat healthy. Don't eat low-calorie diets. I mean, there's a time and place for low-calorie diets, but in general, for most people, I'd say high-calorie diets are the way to go. High-carb, high-calorie. Yeah? That's the way to go. High-carb, high-calorie. I've been eating like 600, 700, 800 carbs a day lately. 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day. Honestly, on the higher end of that. The best play today, I have a feeling the best play today is not going to be Bitcoin. It's probably going to be, looks like it's setting up right now to be ETH. To be honest with you. Setting up to be ETH. Setting up to be Ethereum. Guys, make sure to check out Antarctic Exchange for the best fees. Make sure to check out BLOFIN for 20% cash back. I'm also trading on WEEX and MEXC. Those are my 4 go-to exchanges right now. Also, check out the Casper crew if you want to join the community. In 10 minutes, we're going to be doing a New York Open VIP live stream, getting ready for our low time frame trade setups for the day. We're going to be dropping that here, going over there. How long did it take me to get used to talking to the camera? I don't know, I'm a performer. So, I've always been good at talking. I've always been good at public speaking. Always, since high school. I've never had stage fright or... That's not true, I did have stage fright, I guess. But I got over that real quick, being in a band and playing shows every night in front of hundreds or thousands of people. And then, yeah, I was always a good public speaker. You know? Shout out to Dread Mining. What's going on, bro? Gen X Crypto says high calorie, high carb is bad for most people. Yeah, I mean, you gotta be active is what I mean. Like, we're talking about fitness, not fatness. But in general, I'd say, like, yeah, humans are not meant to be sedentary, okay? So, we're presupposing you're working out and getting your physical activity in. You know? Shout out to Jessa D-Gen. Yeah, we did look at Bitcoin dominance, and we're saying it looks like we want to get another move up, and then get that move down for the alt season. Was I in Slipknot? Jervonism. I was in Slipknot, I was in Metallica, I was in the Beatles, you know, all those bands. Shout out to Jay Becker. God bless you, Jay Becker. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord bless you. Olga ER, tell us about the short-term bearishness of the red dots. Right now, I don't think there's any bearishness in these charts short-term, just consolidation. When New York opens, that's my view. What kind of shoes do I rock? Skechers, man. Skechers. Skechers walking shoes, I guess. I don't know, from Amazon. I like them. They feel good on my feet. They feel good on my feet. Lord says close the short. Nah, I don't close shorts, bro. I don't close shorts. If you want to know why I don't close shorts, check out the free course. Check out this free course, an 18-part free trading course, 100% free on YouTube. Point A to point Z, step A to point B, step 1 to step C, step A to step 20 on how I trade. And you, especially this video here, how to manage open trades, episode 16, this will tell you why I'm not closing that short. And why it's actually more stupid for me to close the short than to keep it open. Right? It's actually dumber and riskier for me to close this short than to keep it open right now. It's stupider, dumber, more idiotic, more imbecilic to close that short than to keep it open. If I close this short and I'm wrong about being bullish and we dump, guess what? Guess what? Not only do I give back $20,000 of profits unrealized, but I'm not making any money on my closed short. I closed the short with a $5,000 profit, okay? If I close my short now, and I'm wrong about bullish. If I keep my short open, and I'm wrong about bullish, guess what? I've already made $40,000 on all these long trades on the way up. And then I get to make money on my short trade on the way down. Probably coming maybe $60,000 in total. All right. Now, if I'm right about my bullishness and my short trade gets closed out at the exact top where I took the trade, set up giving in advance in the Casper crew, guess what? I made $3,000. I made 3K. And I'm only losing out on 2K. And guess what? I'm in a $200,000 long. Which means, yeah, I missed out on 2K, but now I'm going to be up like 25, 26K on these longs. I could easily just say, take out 2,000 of that and let the rest ride. It's dumb to close the short. It's riskier for me to close the short than keep it open. You guys got to understand the power of the schlong trade, all right? The power of protecting your capital. The power of locking in a take profit one and then pretending the trade's already closed because there's no risk. There's only potential gain at the very worst case scenario. What's my stop loss? I'm going to lose 250 bucks out of this 3,000. I'm literally going to make $2,950 on the short trade. Worst case scenario. All right. It's a zero risk, only make money short trade right now. Why would I close it when there's a chance we could dump? All right. Why? It's riskier. If I close it now and I'm wrong about being bullish, I miss out. Oh, man. Why don't y'all understand? How come you guys don't understand? All right. All right. I love you guys. God bless you guys. God bless everybody in Jesus' name. May the Lord bless you all. Why are my calves so underdeveloped? This is a great question. I don't know. I train them very hard 3 times a week. I train them 3 times a week. Every single workout I do, I train calves first. All right? Literally, every single workout I do, I train calves first. I do tons of different calf movements. Standing calf raises, sitting calf raises, donkey calf raises. I walk around on my tiptoes holding dumbbells. All right? Getting the leg press. Do bent knee, straight knee. All right? Every single workout, at least 3 times a week, I train my calves. All right? I think it's just, honestly, and the thing is, too, I feel my calves as well, and they get sore. Like, I don't know why they don't grow, okay? It could be just maybe there's something off with my form, and I haven't discovered it yet. It could be just because I'm very tall. I'm 6'3". So, like, my legs have a lot of real estate, and maybe, I don't know. But my legs in general, I've always had small-ish legs, right? They're strong. I mean, I can squat heavy. I can squat heavy with good form, full range of motion. I do, like, Romanian split squats. You know, I do my Nordic curls, my Romanian deadlifts, my single leg work, my squats, my deadlifts, my leg extensions. See, I don't know. They get sore. It's not like I don't feel the muscle, so I don't know. I've always had good shoulder and arm and genetics, upper body. It's just the way I am, I guess. I don't know. So if anyone has any tips, all right. Here's something else. The way I walk too, and I notice this about people who have big calves. You ever see someone who has huge calves? Look at how they walk. It's almost as if they're walking on their tiptoes most of the time. And I don't really do that. I notice I don't do that. So I've been trying to do that a little bit, you know? But, why do I never check XRP? I do sometimes. I'm bullish. Shout out to Memory Man. God bless you, bro. Good to see you here. But, anyway, guys, I gotta head out, man. So may the Lord bless you all, and I'll see you guys, Lord willing, tomorrow. So peace.